Let's start the podcast. Let's go.
Hey. Introduce yourself, boys.
Binger from Binger's Boys.
All right, I'm Josh from the Beaver Brothers.
Chris from the Beat Menaces.
All right.
A couple of the top teams here, and not Binger.
Yeah. And a straggler.
All right, so we're going to start tonight with talking about the trade that happened during the week, I guess, and or the trade that didn't happen.
non-trade.
Yeah. But I got a message from Jimby during the week, just a bit of he was pretty upset, telling me to say some words. So Jimby, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, there was a lot of collusion going on.
Yeah, it didn't really make too much sense, I didn't think. Binger?
Yeah, I was sort of late to the party and had to catch up on a few messages late there, and yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Yeah.
So there was like big boys getting slung around, and for pretty much fuck all.
Absolutely nothing. Waiver scraps that's been thrown around by
Not
many.
even, not even Harry Morrison was thrown around.
Yeah. Which has been given to everyone, I guess.
I don't even think it matters that it was Stengel, it was the fact that it was a forward pocket.
Yeah.
Like any forward pocket, no one's keeping.
For a ruck especially, with Big Prusy looking to possibly miss again.
Yeah.
Still
And-
a chance of that.
Well, and Briggs is still there as well to
Always a chance of Prusy
take
missing.
some points from him. So,
But,
anyway.
yeah, that was pretty filthy little trade there. I don't really know what the offer was in the air.
Yeah.
What's the snake doing, bro?
Brad, you're ruining it.
Snake
Josh
draft.
Snake
Oh, so you
Snake- oh, yeah.
we
So,
wind it right
little,
back to the start.
yeah, so we've had some thoughts on the snake draft, linear draft to start the year, and there's been some comments on that and
How the fuck
how that
did
was
we end up
how that was allowed.
with a linear draft?
I've spoken to many people and nobody can see the sense in it.
Well, I was going to argue the point, but seeing when I was 14th and I'm in the finals, I don't know if we can argue.
Yeah. Well, DJ's the same, and
I think I don't mind a linear draft from year 2 because then you have a kind of a bit of a ladder setup.
Yeah.
But from round 1, year 1, you need to have a snake draft.
yeah.
Hear that, Shiny? That snake sound you've done. I've fucking heard it all.
Alright, let's see. We've got some shit prepared here.
Yeah.
So, Shiny was always saying that he was the most hard done by coach in the league. And so we just done a little comparison here.
Little graph.
Couple of graphs. If the Beaver Brothers actually copped Shiny's schedule, so hand just cut across here. Oh, sorry.
What's the pizza?
We can actually see that the Beaver Brothers would be exactly the same, if not better, because they would get a draw against themselves in there. So I think that myth has been busted.
Yeah.
We busted that one. But in saying that, we can also go and we can see the most kissed on the dick competition, Brody D'Agostino. If he
Had the same schedule.
had the same schedule, he would actually be, what's that?
6 and 8.
6 and 8. So that's myth proven.
Yeah.
Brody has been kissed on the dick.
We knew that from the start.
Yeah.
We did know that.
His points 4 was horrendous and he was sitting in the top.
And now he's
But in saying that, Brody's probably going to take out the competition out of Laird and
Yeah.
Merritt. So
Yeah.
don't know if we can bag
They
that
ended
too
up
hard
being
here.
very good picks.
And so we are going to recap. We're going to look at who is going to.
We've just done our own keepers. Me and Jimby have compared keepers for each team for the week, I guess, or for the years.
Is this going to be backwards for everyone?
Looks alright.
I might need to flip this, but
Yeah.
all right.
We'll just
so-
read our own.
All right, we've done starting at the bottom of the ladder. We've got
Just do the ones that we don't agree on, I guess.
all right. So we've done Source FC. We've done. Let's see, Hayden Young, Jared Lyons, Dan Pressia, Bonner. All right, so they're all the same except for you got to
You've got 2
keep
meter Peter.
2 meter Peter. You got to keep a ruckman.
Oh, I don't agree with that. But when they're that shit, and I think they just have to go.
All right, so and you've got Blake Acres.
Yeah, who is? I've heard rumours getting delisted.
mediocre at best.
Looking back at his selections from the start, he actually picked up 2 ruckmen, and now you're saying he doesn't have one to keep.
Nah.
Unless
So
Who's he giving away, you
He
reckon?
picked up Riley O'Brien
Oh,
and
Jesus.
Matt Flynn.
and Rob got traded early on.
Yeah, for Matt Crouch, who's barely, he doesn't have a team for next
And
year.
I'm pretty sure I picked up Mick Flynn late.
Yeah. So,
I
some
mean,
poor,
we'll 2 metre
I'm going to
PB
say some poor choices, but he needs to do some serious work in the off season.
2 metre PB isn't even a ruckman either. It's a full forward.
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
Imagine he lost his right.
Well, he will. He hasn't played the run.
Yeah.
He will at all.
Alright, that's a bad call by me. He's
Yeah.
not going to keep
Well,
2 metre PB.
let's be honest. Is this team going to be in the comp next year?
Could be a ghost
Cool.
ship.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything, but probably need to be thought about by some people in charge.
I was about to say.
I don't know if
pretty
anyone's
much
going to take it over, so...
Well,
No.
that's true. No one's buying that team, but I nearly said it was a bye week. I'm pretty sure I was his only win for the year.
Yeah.
Alright, so next team off the rank, second last, we got
Me boy Jared.
Mark LaCroix. Not a great start if you name your team after someone who retired 5 years ago. So, already quite
Frenchman.
off to a bad start. And he wasn't a good player anyway, so... Fuck him.
Poor forward pocket, wasn't he?
Yeah, good at speaking of keeping four pockets.
Could have done fishing reports, and that's about it. Alright, so we both got him keeping Jack McRae, Brody, Lysette.
Will Brody.
You don't have him keeping Lysette.
No, Ruckman. You don't keep...
Oh, alright.
When they're that shit, you don't keep them.
You got Amon, Chris, McInerney, and McGrath. So,
The same, but I've got McGrath and you've got Lysett.
there we go.
Yeah.
I don't have Zach Williams either, but that's because you're
Well,
a
that's
bagger.
what he's done that trade as well. Well, you don't give away... What was he giving away to Goey for? Scraps. I thought those trades weren't allowed after this week, but anyway. But Jack McRae might not be there next year anyway with what he's throwing around. He's trying to get Grundy, he's trying to get to Goey, but...
He's trying to sell the house and get...
Well,
A brand
I
new
would,
car.
I would barely call that the house after he dropped a 75 last week and tried to trade him away for 290s. But anyway,
Any thoughts on that, Bingo?
I'm just having a look at what he's picked up. So he actually picked.
he picked up 9 keepers.
Yeah,
That was
well, we
the
did
word.
forget about that. Yeah, so he has.
Oh, he
made
picked
a
up
few-
Hopper
I was
early,
gonna
but he's
say,
dropped
but
him.
but he's traded him. So
Oh,
that was the one
yeah.
I was going to bring up. Is that there's no Hopper there. He's
Yeah,
traded
he
out
came to
Hopper.
me.
Yeah, well,
I sat on him for 10 weeks.
He's
this
traded
week.
Well,
out Degoe.
yeah. So poor choices, you reckon?
Possibly.
Who's got Mitch Robertson there? Sorry.
Yeah, he had Mitch Robertson.
Oh, Jesus.
These are all his picks.
That's Well, you look at about 6 of those aren't even on any list.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, his last
So it's a
5
bit-
picks are
9.
barely getting a game.
Let's say 9.
Jack Bowes.
Jack Bowes at pick 140. That's
Jack Scrimshaw, is he actually
yeah.
playing?
You can see why he struggled this year.
So he's a bit willy-nilly on the list button.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Stick to the fishing, Mark. You fucking
Does a good report, I reckon.
stick to that, buddy.
Yeah, don't mind that.
So I think it's slightly concerning someone was going to pick hold 10 keepers that we're struggling to find 5.
2. I've got McRae and Brody. I'd be happy with my team.
Alright, and
Anyway,
I reckon we'll move on and we'll get... Oh,
Bingers boys. So
Oh, jeez.
I think we've agreed pretty much. Oh, don't you show. Agreed on these ones anyway. What's he got? Took. He's got Newcomb. Chris.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we're back. Alright.
And we're back. We got Bingers boys.
Alright.
Here we go.
So we both got him keeping Took, Newcomb, Nick Dacos, Luke Jackson, Coleman, which Shiny's not too keen on. What do you reckon about that, Binger?
Yeah, mixed messages from Shiny. One stage he was the next big thing, and then the next thing he wasn't in the top 6. So he's
Top 8.
Yeah.
I think the last thing was he was putting into his draft team next year.
So he's definitely my keeper, and I think big things to come for Coleman.
And we're just fighting over Jeremy Cameron and Tim Kelly is number 6. What do you reckon, Binger? Who's the number 6?
Surely Big Jezza.
I think it's going to be Jezza. That
Surely got a few players from your club, Bingo.
You're going to be
I
Jezza,
do.
you know?
Yeah. Oh, Horn Francis isn't even on that list. So
it's between Jezza and Horn Francis. I think I get there. We go. That's the 3rd time I've heard it this year. Yeah. it'd
Join in
be
the chorus,
Horn
Finger.
Francis or Cameron. I'm not holding Tim Kelly. One, he plays for the Eagles, and two, I reckon he'll pick him third round.
Owen
next
Francis
year.
doesn't even play for North anymore.
So what do you think but just quickly, what do you think about this trade you've done during the week or during the last month of Nick Dacos?
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to get Nick Dacos. He was one of me. I started pretty early on looking at getting some young guns that we know are going to be there for a long time. So I threw a few out there. Nick Dacos I was stoked to get, and really the only one I was probably keeping that I got rid of was maybe Jake Lloyd as a defender, who hasn't impressed me this year.
Paddy Cripps impress you though?
Yeah, he was.
What do you reckon about his Brownlow chances?
I know a guy's got a bit of money riding on that.
His first month was outrageous, and I thought I've
Do you
picked
reckon
up.
he's back to that form now? Stewart's out.
Well, I think Pitnet coming in last week was massive for him. So him getting rested after half a game last week is a query.
No good signs.
His first month, I thought I'd picked an absolute fucking gem at 58.
But you'd be happy to offload Dusty and Toby Green.
Dusty and Toby, real frustrating.
Keepers
Not
anyway.
They've probably played 7 or 8 games this year and really haven't lit it up. So I've got rid of a lot of guys I wasn't keeping to get a 10-year keeper.
I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I think I have to be the person to say it. I think it was a bad trade for Hammer.
But I think we'll touch on that later as well. So
Okay.
we'll move.
Yeah, I think short-term gain for long-term pain for Hammer, because he ain't, unless he's got Lacrosse. Did I get it wrong? Sorry,
Anyway,
bro.
we know.
Yeah, you know what I was getting at.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of an Lacrosse problem going on there. He's got
a few
10
dinosaurs.
blokes he wants to
Yeah.
hang on to, and a few aging.
Would you say that Hammer's going to win it, or Brody's there, or there's other teams?
Or I think Hammer's confidence in winning it is going to be.
He might be still
If he
in. He
loses
might be
it,
still in
it's
Ibiza. But,
Yeah, I'm not sure how many brain cells were working
got
still,
left.
but
yeah. Well, you don't pick up Toby Green and Dustin Martin and think they're going to get you hundreds every week, do you?
well, I would have given him Dusty for nothing, and he threw Tim Kelly in. I
Yeah.
thought, I'll take that.
So you fucked him good.
I wouldn't go that far.
Anyway.
I think it's improved his chances for this year, but going into the future, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like that. Anyway, who are we on to?
We're on to Saley Bemith,
Okay.
and we've both got him keeping English, Babe Smith, Zach Butters,
Redmond.
Mitch Duncan.
Yeah, we just swapped those two.
Is that where he is?
I'm pretty sure that's where he is. Is
Yeah.
that where he is now?
Who, Mitch Duncan?
Yeah, I think that's where he's ended up.
Trades happen, obviously.
Can you just?
And then we got Redmond, Cumming, and
You got him keeping
you're
Matty.
keeping
Yeah,
him-
because
oh,
Matty
yeah,
Rial's.
that's right.
Yeah, so I've got him keeping Mitch Duncan, which is getting a bit on, and Matt Rial. Jimby's got him keeping Matt Rial, and he just hasn't shown enough for me.
still a possibility he can do something.
Yeah, I think I'd definitely be going Rowell over Duncan. Duncan's maybe got 1 year left.
5 years.
Yeah, I think Rowell's got massive upside.
I think I agree with that.
If you look 2 years ago, his first 4 games of his career,
Yeah.
he maybe might not get back to that, but he's coming off a lot of injuries.
Easing him into it, you reckon? Well, next year they might.
Not so much, but
They're pushing top 10 now, aren't they, really?
well, yeah, exactly.
So next year you don't know.
Right.
Could go either
Good
way.
signs for Gold Coast and Matt Rio, probably.
Alright, we got the Beast Killers up next.
Okay.
Alright, we both got him keeping Sean Darcy, Cam Guthrie,
Dawson, Jordan Clark, and then I've got him keeping, Aaron Hall? You've got him keeping Atkins.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Seems like maybe I've messed this up a bit.
You got Taylor Adams there too, and I've got Redden. So there's a couple of I've heard more rumours that Redden might be delisted
I don't
as
know if
well.
you've got the teams right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when they come down the bottom, it's a bit. Let's not waste too much time.
Alright, let's just move on now, alright?
Happy birthday, Jez. But anyway, this team needs some serious work.
Wrong.
Possible.
Anyway, let's keep moving on.
Alright, the Naughty Rams.
Yeah.
Alright, we know definitely we're keeping Walsh, we're keeping Sarong. Doherty's a must, Stewart, and then we're sort of divided between.
We both got
We
Witherden.
both got Witherden,
And
which which is tough.
Yeah.
Waffle.
Well, he barely gets game at the
Tough
moment.
sledding.
This
but
this
you might have
team,
to
I'm going to be saying it that this team needs some serious work in the off-season. Sam Walsh has to go for a couple of keepers.
Yeah, I think you might need to do a bit of a Swifty on someone here.
Because Sam Doherty's the same thing. He has to go. You have to be fine in a couple of years because this team is going to struggle for 3-4 years.
Yeah, and he's got 3 defenders there to keep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
this is a bit top
is
heavy,
a
eh?
concern
Yeah.
for the rest.
Where's the midfield there?
Exactly.
I think you've got to be keeping Sam Draper.
He's got
personally.
no forwards, which is
Yeah, I think he has to keep Draper and then move around. Mate, I don't think anyone wants Sarong. Sam Walsh is probably an option. There's a few Blues fans rolling around for those boys, and
Someone making a run with
Tom
Doherty.
Stewart's getting a bit on as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, some
I
tough
reckon
calls
you
probably
might
need
be
to
a
be
bit of a
made.
cellar dweller for a while there, or
Yeah.
naughty Rams.
I don't know where he's gone wrong, but that team does not look.
It's got a bit of stack
Yeah.
going on
Yeah.
I
there.
mean, Alex Witherden, that's a tough one as well. I mean, he could be anything if he gets back to Brisbane top areas, but
Anything
the
in
fact
a waffle, mate.
the fact
Yeah.
that he's
What
not
the
getting a
fuck?
game at that Poxy Eagle side
Yeah.
is a real concern.
Well, Shannon Hearn sticking around for one more year as well.
Yeah.
That absolutely kills him. So
Southwest football,
there's nothing
mate.
naughty about that. Nothing naughty about that team, if you ask
Lions.
me. But anyway,
Right, we got going up the guts next. So we both got him keeping Petrarca, McCluggage, Davies Uniac, Ross, Gresham, and you got him keeping Big Toddy.
I've
Going
gone
into
it-
his 35th year.
I've gone against me.
and I've got him keeping Blakey.
Okay, I don't mind that, but I think the ruck situation, unless you go out and you grab a ruck, which I don't know where they're coming from, but Todd Goldstein's shown enough in the last. Well, that's without Cherry, isn't it? So
Yeah, but Coleman Jones
Oh,
has
you reckon
taken over a
he's
bit
still
of
got
that.
his best
but
footy ahead of him?
well, well,
What do you reckon about that being
somebody.
Big Todd?
I think there's still a chance that he may end up somewhere else.
Oh Jesus!
I reckon that's probably your best
Probably in the
chance.
North Best and Fairest bit.
He's like-
Yeah, I'm not saying we
Sherry
want to
and
get
Coleman.
rid of him,
Yeah,
but I
he's
think
your best
Todd
player.
is a chance. He probably should have gone 2 years ago. He is absolutely still in our top 3 players.
Like
He's
a
gonna-
South
he's gonna look
Australian
at
Coleman Francis.
What state has the best retirement homes?
Yeah.
And he's going to go there and he's going to get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I think he's probably got 1 year where he could be extremely serviceable for a premiership side that needs a ruckman,
Yeah, I don't. Hey, anyway, that call.
but should have gone 2 years ago if he wanted to.
So
do
we
that,
end up
so-
at Geelong next year.
Yeah,
We've got Toby Conway, remember
Well, he's
that
still got
name?
probably 3-4
I've
years
never
left
heard
him
that name
at
before.
Geelong.
Remember the name Toby Conway if you're looking for a ruckman? Just a hot tip.
He's still forward. He's listed as a forward, so he just move on from there.
Alright, so we got
Is he?
the unluckiest team of all, Tom the Shine
You'll remember
Speedsters.
this day.
Yeah.
Most points for.
Well, it's recorded, so
now
all right.
I'm not sure on
There's-
draft night if I saw more paperwork from the Speedsters or from
Yeah.
Douchy.
Yeah, I saw a lot of
lot of
highlighters,
spreadsheets,
a lot of
yeah.
spreadsheets. But it couldn't have gone worse this season, let's be honest. He's taken charge of the draft and he's taken charge of a lot of shit, but
Is he the fuckwit behind the non-snake draft?
that is him, but anyway.
Stick to Ozkeep.
So who we got in keeping,
I think
Chris?
there was almost a bit of painkiller issues going on here. There was about 10 keepers for him, so...
Well, that team isn't even the team he started with, is it? Who is he?
So he
Well,
went Mitchell at pick 15,
He's kept Mitchell.
Mills, Butters, Chera.
Great start.
Chera's not even getting kept in my eyes.
No, I don't.
He's got to ship him off
He
somehow.
picked Matt Crouch with his 5th pick, who might not even be on.
Oh, Matt
No,
Risky.
he shipped him off with Rob.
And Matt, yeah,
Oh,
well, that was
he's
a
gone.
good little swap. Shannon Hearn there, 95. Apparently, he's going to average 100 for the rest of the year. So
But yeah, we both got him keeping Mills. He's keeping Parrish, obviously. He's got
he's got
Mitchell,
Rory.
Sinclair, Rob, and Rosie. I think we agree on all
we
them.
finally,
Yeah, pretty good.
finally,
So,
pretty
finally
good
come to an
keepers,
agreement.
really.
I don't know. I reckon he might actually be able to put something together next year if he can draft.
And he's
well
also
again.
got Chera to trade away as well. So he might add Parrish and Chera to get something else, or even Titch. Titch might be done at
I
Hawthorn.
don't know, it's a pretty good squad to build
I
on.
think
next
that's a
year.
real good core
Yeah.
squad,
So if
absolutely.
he can draft well again next year, it might be a chance.
But let's be honest, he's had this team all year and he's still
Still
out,
fluffed it.
still out. So,
But he had a real rough run.
yeah. Well,
He did have a rough
this
run.
is true.
He did have a rough run. Right, so next we've got the Speedsters and we got the old Chips and Gravy who we're playing a final against this week. Not too scared about what he's putting up this week.
after the controversies midweek. What's he got? We got Jack Steele, Brayshaw. We both got him keeping Short, Goulden, Houston, and Bruce. That's it. Pretty easy done.
I think we both agreed on that because there was fuck all after that, to be honest. So we'll move on.
He's lucky, and let's be honest, he's lucky that Goulden's had the year he's had, because even keeping Houston, who's not known for greatness, is he?
No, he's a bit injury prone, old Houston.
Yeah, and yeah,
Bit boom or bust.
So he got. I mean, he had the one pick. He had
That Taron Thomas
pick.
But
Where'd he end up being?
Yeah, I think he's still sitting on me.
Well, he's got Lockie Hunter, he's got Kane Lambert, that
Ben Cunnington,
Mark Pitnet, Huntington, yeah, that Meningolo's fucking been shipped around the fucking league as well.
Yeah, there's a bit going on there.
Oh,
Josh Rotham.
Devon Smith, has he played this year?
I think he plays
He
about
got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he's terrible. I don't
Yeah.
know. He used to be alright.
I'm
Geez, after that.
You start
first
looking at some
couple of
teams like
picks,
Shinies, and then you look at these teams, and you can understand why Shiny's a bit upset.
Yeah.
This team is.
He's by, I reckon,
This is a
probably got the
final
best
team.
course so
Toby
far.
Nankervis picked 3 and he's fucked him off for Bruce. And
This
Bruce
is a-
might not be there next year when Brody Grundy gets traded.
Bruce
there.
has never played more than 5 in a row.
It's
so-
actually hard to believe we're looking at the finals team here, to be honest.
And like the final team that might knock you off as
It
well.
might actually knock me off. I've got a bit of trouble happening.
Yeah, but anyway, let's move on to Brody.
So we've got the Trundlers coming in. And we've got Laird, one of the best picks of the year. Merritt, he's come good at the right time. Crouch, can't fault that. Bailey Dale, great defender. Shai Bolton and Luke Ryan. So that's a good squad again to build off.
But Salem after tonight,
Yeah, Salem, he's bounced back.
Shai Bolton has been. People have thrown it at the star of the comp. I don't agree.
I think he just has to keep it forward here. He's got,
better than Patrick Cripps.
what's he got, 2 or 3 defenders?
But would you call
No,
him
he's
a
got-
fantasy or just a big star of the comp, like Dustin
He
Martin?
sucks at football, but he's good at fantasy.
We're not talking about that anyway. We'll just keep moving on.
But yeah, I think we both just
This is
Shai
the-
Bolton in
this-
there because you have to keep it forward.
This is
But
the team to beat. I feel.
I feel like they're going to win it.
Yeah, he has some really good core as well there. I mean, he surprised the hell out of me because originally draft night I thought, not sure about this side.
But you look at
you look at that Rory Laird pick is just massive.
Yeah,
You don't
coming
get-
into draft night, Roy Laird had a broken hand and spent to miss 5 weeks.
Exactly.
Well, you look at this team, Chris, and you pick the top 6. His top 6 picks he's keeping. So that's unheard of in this.
He's nailed it, absolutely.
What would you
nailed
say that is? Kissed on the dick.
Well, Brad Crouch slots in there, but anyway, we'll just move on. But yeah, he's been kissed on the dick with his set schedule.
Classic Brody.
Yeah,
it. He actually picked Michael Hurley up with his last pick.
terrible
He
pick.
played his VFL last week for the first time.
But then also you look at his team, at Brody's team, and he's given away. He picked up. Would you take Jack Silvani and somebody else? Jamie Elliott for nothing. He gave away Ellis, and he's still looking in a good spot. So good luck to Frank, I guess.
Has he made many trades this year?
Yeah, he got raped
Brody?
by Cam Harris, which is the first trade that Cam Harris actually probably would have lost in, and the first trade he actually did because it made a little bit of sense. Yeah, please. But anyway, all right, let's move on. So
Loses points for him pouring his batshit on the chat.
Yeah.
Not one word.
yeah,
Oh, that doesn't sound like Brody.
and you couldn't get the $10 out of him either.
Fuck Brody.
Anyway, so we got Jim's draft. Me and Jimmy have both got him picking Parker, Hewitt, Viney, who's had a fucking unbelievable year.
that's
Trelaw, Matthew Kennedy. I've got him taking Smith after the failed trade situation that's again, and I don't think any trade's going to happen for the rest of the year after.
I don't think
It doesn't make sense.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
it's worth it.
And Jimmy's got him keeping Tom de Koning, which I don't agree with. Tom de Koning probably going to play a 2-part prong to Mark Pitney.
Yeah, I don't mind that keep. That's a long-term hold.
But it's not a long-term team, is it? There's not much youth in that team.
I think I was just struggling at that 6th spot because you won't keep Isaac Smith or DeConing, would you?
Well, why wouldn't the trade have gone through during the week then?
I just don't think you keep either on the garbage.
Yeah, but if let's go back to the trade situation that happened during the week. If he's not keeping Lockie Hunter and Hunter Clark probably fits nicely into that team.
I think he would, yeah, because he's struggling pretty hard.
And then Isaac Smith comes to me, probably not a keeper, but doesn't really, I don't. I don't understand where that fell apart.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Put it out there. Just drop them.
What do you reckon?
About the trade or
Yeah,
side?
the trade.
I think everyone just got a bit scared dropping things to waivers and then people shitting on them.
Yeah, it just was getting real complex.
You can see why the rules were in place.
Yeah, I think we learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good work by the commission just to go over and just snap
Yeah.
it.
But I don't mind that Tom Buchanan. You look at the rest of those players that he's holding, a lot of age in there, so I don't mind the one young hold,
Yeah.
especially in the ruck status.
Could be anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, Kim's draft, and we're on to Wrighton to Goey's. The
They've got-
season that was, I think.
Yeah. Well, people from the start of the season were saying midfield of the comp.
Well,
Midfield of the comp was thrown around a lot.
Yeah. Well, even when they weren't, that was the worst thing that really broke me with this team. That they didn't have the midfield of the comp, and that was just getting.
Where
thrown
was
around.
that? Where was midfield of the comp?
Well, you can pick what team you thought had the best
I
midfield.
can see the argument though. He's picked up Oliver, Taranto, Neil, and Simpkin. And
Well, Gaff at pick 8, or pick 5, sorry. Atrocious. Nat Fife at pick 10.
Tom Green's a good pickup originally. If he's a long-term hold, have you got him as a hold?
We got Clayton
on,
Oliver,
brothers.
Neil. We're fighting over Witts and Cameron, Taranto, Simpkin, and Perryman. We're fighting over, are we?
There's a bit of
I've got Tom
bit
Green.
of talent there. I think we just need to.
It's going to be interesting to see where some of these players end up as well. Taranto might go somewhere. Tom Green, who knows what he's going to do once Taranto and Hopper maybe move. And Cameron might also be good once Grundy, if Grundy pisses off as well. So, interesting
Bit
things.
to work with there, but
Yeah,
could be
I-
another contender for next year.
Yeah.
There's some massive
Didn't
midfielders
quite get it
there.
right this year, but next year's.
He's
still
also got some
chance.
trade value with the Witts Cameron situation as well. So there's obviously some teams struggling for rucks. So
I mean, his midfield's set for years there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he doesn't have to touch that, and he can just look at either a trade or picking up in the next year's draft to just go straight for forward and defenders.
yeah, definitely. Which some people don't have the luxury of.
Pretty much load up and try again next year.
Yeah.
And next we got the beat menaces. So both have me keeping Whitfield, Warner, Marshall, Dunkley, Heaney, and Daniel. So it's pretty much my core of players. Apart from that, I have fuck all else.
Have you got any is Caleb a maybe, or it's just
Nah, not anymore.
no?
Nah. I traded away Hopper, who might have been a maybe, to Dangerfield, so that's not getting kept.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And let's just get back to that Whitfield Anderson trade. Is that a big regret for you at the moment, or not? Let's move on and see what happens.
yeah. Look, let's be honest. I probably need another midfielder, and he could have been the answer there. Probably
Yeah, so what do you got? One
probably chasing
midfield keeper
names.
there?
Yeah, probably chasing names a bit there. So.
Well, Warner, Marshall,
Slight
probably
regret.
Heaney, got a few. Well, Dunkley, even if he goes to Adelaide or Port Adelaide, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
At the same time, you've almost got the opposite draft strategy for next year to the last side, where you've got good defence and forwards, and you can go straight for gun mids
Chasing
straight up.
mids, which don't exist. After the shit I've been chasing them all year.
Well,
They
we'll
don't
get into
exist.
that later. Which the free agents we
Oh,
think
so
are gonna
you
be around.
started with Warple.
Yeah, Warple wasn't great.
Yeah, I think you got 15.
Well, there's a couple of players there that have struck. Like you got Ash, you got Lathams.
Adams.
Who knows what he's really done?
He'll come back. He'll come back.
Warple, Caldwell. There's three of your top 7 picks that aren't even on the list anymore. So.
Literally, like Lathams could be my 6th pick.
Oh, Jesus. What about Blitzals?
Not when you've got Ryan Marshall there.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
don't need two.
Bit of
like,
trade.
picks there.
Mate, you might have a trade there for
He's
next
a
year.
spiritual leader.
Yeah. If Hickey goes, you might have something, but I can't see it happening this year.
Chad Warner's a great pickup from the start too. Graham, I thought that might have been a
little bit of a
Pick
flop.
up the year, you reckon?
Well, it's
Well,
I haven't even thought about it.
220?
I thought that
222.
it might have been a waiver pickup. That's a really good. I mean, your Swans knowledge has probably held you in good stead there.
Well, I couldn't quite grasp that Goulden went about 70 odd and then Chad Warner went 220. It's like they had a pretty similar year the
think-
year before.
Well, you'd almost say
Errol-
Goulden was the forward.
Well, Errol's the talk about Errol last year was like outrageous. I think that's why he went so early because of his name.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
was
thought Chad
loving
had
him.
Yeah, Chad
He
definitely
did
had-
as well,
yeah.
but everyone was just caught up on the Errol
I
name.
think,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Literally just the name
No.
of the error, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up we got consistently average. Both got you keeping Brayshaw, Anderson, Nank, Ruston, Sicily, and Sam Berry.
So he's starting to struggle a little bit at number 6.
I can't remember who else he had. I was tossing up between a few at pick 6, especially because Sam Berry might not hold forward next year.
Do you reckon he's not worth it? Sliding into that, is it Adelaide, isn't he? Is that Adelaide?
I think he's not bad in the midfield, but whether you hold him for his pure mid. Who we got bigger?
Who are you looking for?
He's got Himmelberg, he's got O'Meara, Gaff. Gaff's seen every team.
He's done.
And Jed Anderson's probably the only one he's fighting with. And
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I've got to give him credit with Jed Anderson. Like
He's held true.
He held through the whole way, and he was pumping him up. And as a North supporter, I just thought he's just pumping him up to try and get trade value. But he actually came out all guns blazing.
Yeah. And he did well. Everyone thought he
was like.
Well, everyone thought he was going to average 70, and what is he at the moment?
Last 5's 90. Where is he? Average.
Last 590, not.
So he's averaging 85.
Yeah, well,
85
that's more than we all thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the bench is just, it is what it is. Elliot Yeo, Lockie Young.
So we reckon he can win this week? He's playing Dragon.
I think Brody's team's good enough to win it.
Fuck him.
And I think that 6 keeper spot's a little bit short.
I think we're just both banking on youth there for him. But
Yeah. All right, and moving on to Hammer, we've got Max, both keeping Maxi gone. Jake, he's done a trade during the year. Maxi gone. Jakey Lloyd, Paddy Cripps, Marcus Bontempelli, Cornelio, and I've got him keeping Travis Boak, and you've got him keeping Nick Martin. So you've gone with the youth, I've gone with a 95
points
plus.
on the board.
Yeah. So you're going for Premiership 2 again next
He's got.
year.
I feel like with those dinosaurs he's rolling around, he's got to get 2-3 flags in the first.
Yeah.
That's true,
4
yeah.
years.
He's got to go all
Because
out.
Cripps has got 2 good years left in him. Gorn's probably the same. Jake Lloyd, who knows?
I think everyone writes off Bokey every year and he just comes out and he fucking scores 100 every year.
Well,
So.
Cornelio, how's his body going? It showed last week.
What is he's only 28, I saw.
Yeah, but he's had problems.
Yeah, he has that problem.
So probably the Nick Dacos trade.
So you guys got to keep him only 2 of them. So if he doesn't win it this year, he's pretty much traded Cripps and Lloyd for Dacos.
Yeah.
Yuck.
And that's
So that
that's how
makes
we
me
all.
happier.
But he's also he's stolen Nick Martin during the year, hasn't he?
Yeah, because he traded him for Cherry.
Yeah. And Cherry's been shipped around the comp for pretty much to go.
He was going to be the North Ruckman, and then Todd just went, hey.
Give that back.
Let me show you how it's
I'm
done.
fucking Todd Goldstein. Alright, next up, we got the final team.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's Beaver Brothers, the number 1 minor premiers, Beaver Brothers.
That would show Martin Beavers.
Well, we did lose. We've lost Grundy from the start, so you're not expected to win it. But you and me have me keeping the same players: Keys, Wines, Kelly, Grundy, Dylan Moore, which is a bit of a Binger. Little bit of a sleeper.
147. You picked him up with your. What's that? 1, 2, 3,
8, something like that.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th pick.
It's not bad. And then I've got Degoe that I've picked up Zach Williams for, which
You traded Jason Horn-Francis for Zach Williams.
yeah. So I would take Horn Francis for Degoe every day of the week.
That's what's eventuated there.
Yeah.
Not
Pretty
bad
much
at
that's
all.
what he's done.
Yeah, and then I've got a couple of nice little players there that I'm happy with that might have a little bit of value to me to ship on to some other players, hopefully.
So you reckon a premiership's in your eyes, or you
No,
reckon it's sailed?
I think it's sailed a bit. Some boys have lost form, a few
That's not
injuries.
what you said.
I reckon there's a few Clayton Katsunas.
Yeah, there's a
Weighing
couple
it
of double ducks coming in the grand final. But
So Dyson Hepper with your 5th pick. How did you feel that?
yeah, he averages 95, so I'm not too
That's end up
upset with
because
that.
he had a real rough start to the year, didn't he?
Ben McAvoy there at pick 6 isn't great.
I should have held him.
I wasn't going to hold anyone for 8 weeks. Only Hunter Clark has the luxury of that.
And Grundy.
And Grundy. And Jack Silvani I traded for Cherry as well. So
I think it's a lose-lose.
No,
But he's
but
not playing at the moment anyway, so.
yeah, well, lose, I guess. But anyway, I'm happy with where I am.
And early on, that Jack Hayes pick up with your last pick
Probably
worked out really well.
the only
early.
team that was high draft pick that's finished high
Yeah.
after chips and gravy.
Well, but you look at them. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna be the person to say Chips and Gravy has probably 4 keepers, and I'm looking at 9 or 10.
Maybe get 6, but
Well, there's some serious trade value there.
good luck getting any trades done.
Yeah, well, with Jason Shine around, I don't know. But anyway, let's keep moving forward.
Alright, we're going to change now. We'll change directions, and we're going on to this is called Trade Rates of the Year,
Okay.
and we're going to roll it out in Brownlow medal format. So we're going to go 3 votes, 2 votes, 1 vote.
You start with 1 vote.
Yep.
We
start from the
with
top.
3.
We'll start with the winner.
No surprises here. We just start
So
from
not Brownlow medal.
Yeah, so the opposite.
Alright, let's go Brownlow medal vote, and we'll start with 1 vote.
Yeah. All right. So we've gone.
So he gets my 3 votes.
That Murray Goodwin.
That mother.
I'll claim Tunis. Even better. All right, so we started. I'll do number 1. You, Binger, do 2, and Jimmy will have the honours of trade rate of the year. I'm going to go with DJ Tristan Sherry for Nick Martin in pretty much round 2, round 3, when nobody had seen enough of either, I guess. And Nick Martin's been a almost keeper. Cherry out for the season. So
Spine high and Ruckman, I guess.
yeah, when the problems all came around, I guess, but easy.
Yeah, 2 votes. Jack Graham for Angus Brayshaw.
Oof.
That's been a massive trade.
Well, you look at Cody's team; they're struggling for keepers now. So
That is a massive win for you. Imagine if you had Jack Graham still on that list. Fuck me.
that would be you'd be a walk in the park. You'd be celebrating.
That's probably his number 1 keeper. So he's done well there, very well. Evened out the competition a bit there.
Well, not really. Cody's fucked for 4 years, but yeah. Anyway, even out.
But at least he's fucking James Brayshaw, yeah.
Yeah. And number 3 in the Brownlow medalist.
Trader of the year is Binger and Hammer. So Binger getting Nick Dacos and Tim Kelly for his scraps of Dustin Martin, Toby Green, Jake Lloyd, and Paddy Cripps.
Actually, I don't know why, but looking at it there like that, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it says he would be. Nick Dacos is a 10-year keeper, possibly hold a defender for a couple of years, and you've got a good midfielder there too.
And you would say Paddy Cripps and Jake Lloyd. Paddy Cripps has probably got another good year left in
His
him.
back's gonna hold
And
up
Jake
for him,
Lloyd's
yeah.
probably got 2, maybe 3.
And then the other 2
Nick
are Jack
Dacos
Held,
has
so-
fucking.
And he's-
Hammer's gone all in to win this year, but
Yeah.
it's backfired a bit because Dustin's not going to play. Toby's, nah.
And Brody's got the team to win it.
Yeah, Brody's going to shoot down his road.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean that Lloyd pick is it's all role dependent. His year this year has been nowhere near his last.
It's been a
5
roller
years.
coaster, yeah.
You look at who's down there with Nick Blakey now taking a lot of that role.
McInerney's down there,
Yeah.
eating them up.
McCartan brothers.
McCartan brothers.
So
Doing
Jake
well.
Lloyd up and down all year. I mean, he's dropped some.
So what would
real
you expect
stinkers.
from him moving forward, Binger?
from Jake Lloyd?
80s?
Oh,
He's-
if he
he's not-
averaged
Gaming,
80, you'd be happy. I think.
Yeah.
Better.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Nothing better than that.
That's game.
So, and Paddy Cripps you probably get. And
Yeah,
You'd be-
you
yeah.
get 1 or 2 years, but you're not looking at him holding your team up for the next 5 years.
you're not looking at him getting hundreds for the next 5 years. either.
No, because I think as he gets older and that midfield develops, he could push forward. You know how big he is. He's centre forward size. I wouldn't be surprised to see Carlton push him forward.
Save the body a bit,
and then
keep
you've
him
got
out there.
So he's
you've
going to
got
be
you've
Nat
got
Fife 2.0.
yeah, you've got, but not even. He doesn't have the marking capabilities in that Fife,
But
and
he
he's
has
going
the
to be
kick.
slower and
He has
older.
a kicking. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Cripps has probably had his problems in that department
yeah.
as well.
I don't think anyone can kick. Anyway. All right. So, have you got anything else for us?
No, we'll just do a little.
I've just done a couple of
Top 3
notes on the
agents.
top 3 agents for the year.
With
Which
a red bar in there.
Oh, that's not great. Anyway, I've just done the top 6-7 players averaging 85 plus that aren't going to get
Who
kept.
could be number one pick next year?
I've got Libba averaging almost 93, which I'm not keeping. If somebody wants to trade, that's a decent. He's got some decent.
Could be number one pick next
He's got
year.
some decent value on him.
Yeah.
You got Wits. I reckon you've got Wits as a keeper. I don't. If Cameron stays and Grundy goes, then I think Wits might be on the go. He's averaged 85 last year, 89 this year. He's a big target for some average teams, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of people. I reckon. I don't know. I don't think you'd keep him over Cameron, but
You don't think?
I mean, you would.
You would, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were your thoughts if Grundy left? Where are you moving? You moving a 10-year?
Well, after the last few weeks, I reckon Cameron and Big
Cox
Cox are going to split
gonna
it, and they're
split
both
it
going to
anyway.
be good for fuck all. So
Bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, we'll just move on. Cool. Alright. Yeah, you've had your words. Alright, so we got Herney. He's got definitely probably only one more year in
he's
him.
signed on. He's got 1 year left.
89.8. Decent enough. Shiny reckons 100 a week, which is probably true. With it and no value. Even if he went down to 85, it's still a pretty easy first, second,
You
third
want to
round
make sure
pick.
you've got the list to win it that year,
Yeah,
but
you wouldn't be.
it's a throwaway pick.
Yeah, it is. It's
It's a one and
It's a
done.
one and done.
Yeah.
Prusy, if he gets kept, which
Good luck on that roller coaster.
Yeah,
Cam's shown him this year. He probably won't do it again.
88.4. That's a pretty decent score. We got next Blitzarv straight behind him, 88.1, which is the same. He's got that
Another one
defender
and
role,
done,
but he's
yeah.
got that ruck role as well. But last year probably averaged 70, so it is another roller coaster. Witherden, like some people have said, he's probably going to play in the waffle
If he's lucky.
if he's lucky. Maybe fuck off back to Melbourne or something like that. I guess.
Southwest football league.
Harvey Brunswick.
Harvey Brunswick, South
Throw a
Bunbury.
couple $100 on him. if he's lucky.
But yeah, probably not worth a look. Matt Crouch, where's he going?
South Australian Football League.
You reckon?
He's
Yeah, out of all those players, he's probably the only one that sort of entices me a little bit.
Chera?
Or Cherry, yeah.
Yeah, Chera's a good one.
Chera,
Crouch,
yeah.
I mean, that could go. Either someone's going to pick him up for nothing to someone that just needs a big body mid.
Good piece of bread.
oh, sorry.
But I think there's a high chance he's not on the list next year.
Yeah. But might be worth a pick at pick 200 or something like that.
Oh, absolutely. If he gets through next year on a team,
Who's that for Crouch?
Yeah.
He'll go
Would
with-
you? But if he doesn't have a team.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He'll go with his brother and saying sorry.
Okay. Well, not bad. And Heppel, where's he going? Is he going to stay at Essendon? Are they going to give him another year?
You've got to keep him around. You can't just ship your captain off, can you?
85.7 for the
You're
year.
not going anywhere anyway. Why just fucking
Yeah.
pay him 1 more year and keep him happy? And
I think they should just out of
Trade
moral
back.
for
Yeah.
the shit they put that bloke through and he hung around for that whole time.
Well, he's been there. He's pretty
Fuck
much.
Miles.
I don't know.
Fuck him off.
Whole
That's the
career,
problem. Too
whatever.
worried about Miles.
I think Essendon proven they've never had fucking models.
Well, that is a good point. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
Jab.
Let's not
I
get
tell you
into
what, there's fucking about 30 people on that list that are worse than him. So I don't
True.
know why you would get rid of him.
Jakey Stringer.
Gun.
Absolute dog cunt of a bloke, but not a bad footballer when he's on his day.
Should be in jail.
Should be in jail.
Statutory.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's me.
Rafe's not on.
So he's not on the list, is he? No.
No, he's not on the list. We got the last two. We got Chera at 85.2. I have got Shiny keeping him, so that's
Yeah.
that's some serious
That
trade
is-
value. He's got some decent A. Probably not going to slot into that Carlton midfield anytime soon,
Could do.
but
I don't know, you know, Kennedy's out this week. Paddy
Hewitt.
Dow's not lighting the world on fire, is he?
well, Paddy
Well, he'll
Dow.
probably get traded.
Oh, well, might as well.
He could be a sleeper next year.
Yeah.
Well, not even a sleeper. He could be a high pick if he goes to a poxy club and no midfield.
Adelaide, North Melbourne. There's a few poxy clubs. I reckon, bigger.
Absolutely.
And the last one on the list, Rory Sloane, obviously didn't set the world on fire this year. I've just got him here at 85.6 in 2021. So
Could be a little
last
sneaky
year.
pick. What's he come off? ACL?
ACL. We've got King as well off an ACL,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't
Forwards
know.
are boom or bust.
Yeah.
Only play them if they're playing Melbourne, North Melbourne or Eagles. So,
What do you reckon? Eagles in no good next year?
what do you reckon?
Next 10 years.
Oh,
They got some dark days ahead of them.
yeah. Okay.
I think things get
And
worse
we've got a
for
couple of the first year,
hated
second
it,
year
fair
players. I've got Nick Martin might not be kept. Berry might not be kept. Cherry, I don't know how old he is. Horn Francis might not be kept. Ward, Rochelle, and McDonald, all between 60 and
A couple of interesting
80.
names. I reckon like Ward and Rochelle, they put some good games together this year, so it could show something.
What about Jack Hayes off his ACL? Did he show enough?
Just get up
He
on
did.
it.
Does he have?
I don't mind that as a late pick
But-
to have on the bench, but
He's going to be splitting the role with Marshall again, so
exactly.
Yeah, well, he struggled when he started going forward when Ryder came in, didn't
yeah, you're pretty much just saying if Ryder retires, you can play him as a forward ruck that might get 60 or 70.
he?
So.
Yeah, okay.
Riccielli's still
Desperation pick if you're struggling.
Riccielli's had a fair crack, hasn't
Yeah,
He's only young, but I reckon he could be a gun.
Absolutely, but fantasy wise, I think that forward pocket role scares me. If he goes up the ground, that would
I
be
reckon
great.
he could
But I
be
think
like-
great loop for the bench because
Yeah.
he's one of them guys that could go massive.
He could be like that next Dangerfield type thing, play forward and play.
Yeah,
Now you're pissed.
I don't know if he's quite to that level. I don't know. Do they have plans of moving him to the midfield? Rochelle?
Yeah, he's had little squirts in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what he's
there's a
played
few mouths to feed there now, though, with Berry going
You
in.
got a direct line to Matthew Nicks,
Yeah.
too.
But anyway, that's I just
I've
got.
got eyes.
Fucking Terry
I
Marmalade
watch
sitting in the
TV.
corner over there.
But, yeah, that's about it, I
That's
think.
pretty much it.
Yeah. You got anything else to add, Binger?
Nah, that's good. Thanks for letting me jump in, boys.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
sure we'll have another one probably next week or something.
I thought there might be more fireworks from you, Grimy. I was expecting
Nah,
a bit more there.
I've said what I had to say on Wednesday.
This is what I predict for the grand final.
Was that Clayton Coltunas?
Grime to get fucking done again.
Beautiful.
Alright, good luck to anyone
Right.
that made it to the end of the video.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching.